Will start at the 25. On 1st and 10, Robeson. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Big gain of 5. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Back to throw again. Flush to his right. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence. It allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Here we go. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Had the nifty footwork, but only able to get it to his own 20. On the tackle, it was Dane Cruikshank. This defense for the Steelers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times 2 interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Rolling to his left. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Quez Watkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. This one fielded at the 5. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Winless to start the year at 0-2, and now they get the Thursday night game here in Week 3. So, I don't know, does the fact that they're back out so quickly, Charles, help or hurt their cause?
Oh, I say unequivocally help, because you always want a Thursday game earlier in the schedule rather than later, just because the grind of the season hasn't really set in yet. But also, if they can get a win here, they get a mini open week, recharge a little bit, and carry some fresh momentum into the rest of the season.
And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On third down, Burrow. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they go play action now. Burrow. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Here we go. Plays high. 11.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
11 MT, paint. 11 MT, paint.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man, complete. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
11.
To the air again, Burrow. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 2nd and 9, Burrow trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank.
And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 6-0 our score after 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off play action, Robeson. He's going to look deep for Watkins.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble. Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot, they run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Toward the pylon, caught. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. To throw on 2nd down. Robinson got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Adam Thielen, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Eluding the pressure right. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
From the 27, Burrow. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
11 empty.
They'll look to throw. Williams brings it in. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to Nixon. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This is caught. And he is out of bounds here. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Joe Burrow, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Robeson. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off the play fake, Robeson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now it's Burrow. incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Being chased out left. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's Williams to return. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow escaping the pressure right. That's caught at the 25. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. A big play there just before halftime. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 17-14.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this.
Throwing on first down. Robeson. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before break. Robeson. High throw, but the catch is made. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. Short throw to Disley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Short throw to Disley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 39, Burrow. And this is caught by Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
A handoff to Mixon. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
2nd down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. 3's all around. Mixon.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. They go play action with Burrow. They'll roll him out right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
3rd and goal, Burrow. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
On first down, Robeson. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
To throw on third down, Robeson. Open man, that's Renfro. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They go play action here on first down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
On 1st and 10, Robeson. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And the Bengals will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
11 mighty.
Burrow from his own end zone. Slant pass to Boyd. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Flushed out right, and he'll just get rid of it. this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Off-play action. Robeson. Oh, no, he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Robeson. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Quickly, a slant to Renfro.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And, Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Robeson. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. T.J. Hawkinson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And if the Steelers can convert the extra point, they will have the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow, flush to his right. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Again, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off near the 44. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Throwing on first down. Robeson. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a one-point game. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Looking to throw. Robeson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot, but the coverage up to the task, and it forces a fourth down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Rosas' kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here's Burrow.
That is caught. It's Williams. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Now Burrow.
Finding Williams once more, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
To throw, Burrow.
The quick slant caught. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Burrow going to keep it himself.
And he stopped immediately there. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Burrow.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is going to be out of bounds, well short of the pylon, and that will be a turnover on downs.
They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and the Steelers are close to finishing off this football game. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 30. 10.
Come on, bring it, baby, bring it.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Throwing, Burrow. Complete to Boyd.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Now it's Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And they're not able to complete it. Now just 6 seconds remain. Time for 1, maybe 2 more plays.
2nd and 10.
From the gun, Robeson going deep here for Watkins. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the 4th quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme. I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for Pittsburgh, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.